Hello, my name is Markus Thielen. I'm the head of research at Matrixport, a digital investment firm with 4 billion assets under management. I'm also the author of Crypto Titans, a book about the history of the crypto industry. How is blockchain really incorporated into the platforms? Again, it's more on the faster decision-making side. It's taking out the middle and the back office, so there's no need for another layer to verify, reconcile trades. I mean, of course, this is a large part of banks, financial institutions, and of course, with blockchain, with the shared ledger technology, this can, of course, move very fast and be a little bit more efficient. Yeah, so the next steps of innovation, especially on the crypto side, digital asset side, is of course RWA, as I call it in the crypto industry. Of course, it's real-world assets, not risk-weighted assets as really it's known in the financial industry. And of course, this means that some of those stale assets will be brought on-chain. Therefore, there will be some differences in, for example, stamp duties or transfer of ownership. It can move a lot faster, and this is really what all crypto or digital assets, blockchain is all about, really making the whole system more efficient and basically being able to value everything a lot faster and more efficient, really. So how do we see regulation really evolving over the next few years in financial markets? I think the regulator itself is a little bit behind the adoption curve. I mean, there's so much innovation happening, but the level playing field is just not there because it takes some time to find consensus. It takes time to understand from a regulatory perspective where are the risk points, how can we educate everyone, how can retail investors be educated, and so on. And I think there needs to be a lot more work to be done, but I think we're seeing this already in some jurisdictions like Singapore, Hong Kong, the Middle East, that are really on the forefront of regulating the crypto industry and therefore opening this whole space of tokenization of assets and the whole integration really of blockchain technology in financial markets. Yeah, so what is kind of the guidance I personally would give some of those regulators? First, I think there is a huge demand from the end investors, being it retail investors, being institutions. So I think this is really like a new concept for a lot of the regulatory frameworks. But I think the regulator just needs to really like step up and provide this framework because there's just so much demand. And we're seeing this already with the BlackRock and other ETFs, for example, in the US, where really the institutions seeing the demand from their end investors, where the institutions want to provide this service, but the regulator is a little bit behind the curve, right? And if the regulatory framework is not there, then people will just move to other venues. And I think we have seen over the last kind of 6 to 12 to 18 months, this doesn't really help anybody because then an investor increases their risk by trading on exchanges, venues that are not fully licensed, fully regulated. So I think it's in everybody's best interest to really provide this level playing field.